Everyone has seen Ford versus Ferrari. There's been movies, books, magazines, and etc. Lots of content published on this rivalry, and today we're going to be doing Ford versus the Alfa Romeo. Right to the right of me is a Alfa Romeo Veloce pack Giulia model, and to the left of me is the Ford Mustang GT 5.0 convertible. With that, this is Dr. Stang. We're doing this video in collaboration. I'm going to pass it to Dr. Stang.
We're going to up the game a little bit. We're going to bring both of them on the racetrack if your subscribers want that. We'll take the Quadrifoglio and the Mustang GT and we'll duke it out.
If you want to see us do this race, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and drop a bunch of comments on this video, and we'll make it happen. With that being said, let's start this comparison. The Alfa Romeo features a rich history, and all of that can be reflected in its beautiful emblem. It features the Cross of Milan, which represents the city of Milan, along with a former family known as the Visconti family, which happened to be a former wealthy family during the 11th century. And that sums it up in this car, known for its luxury, performance, and all-around phenomenal driving experience.
Everybody knows about the tradition of Ford, 100-year history. In 1964 though, Ford brought on the pony, the Mustang, which brought to all of us a great tradition of muscle cars. The Ford Mustang has evolved from just a straight line car to a track car and synonymous with performance.
Starting at the front of the car, the Alfa Romeo features a beautiful hood with a beautiful front end, and you can see the history in this car. Currently, Alfa Romeo is one of the most recognizable cars on the road with its seductive front end, very elegant, luxurious look with its curved lines and angles, and you can just see the history in this car with its front end. As you can see around the edge here, this is actually meant to represent a clover on the front of the car, featuring its rich history of Alfa Romeo.
David, with the new Mustang, this is the new model, the 650 2024 Mustang. They have taken on a lot more aggressive look. It has a lot more angular types of quarterings to the front fascia, flat, just a little bit, sits a little bit higher. But just a very aggressive look and a feel of muscle power.
Right, it has that feel that, you know, you're gonna go race it at the track and it's got an aggressive look and it means competition. So that being said, let's check out the other parts of the car. On the Alfa Romeo, being that this is the Giulia Veloce pack, it features a 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder engine boasting 280 horsepower, along with being a light car, makes it a very quick car and have an edge over a lot of cars, even some cars with more horsepower. Now the Mustang does happen to have a lot more power than this because it is the GT 5.0 package. However, the Quadrifoglio model will feature a much larger engine, a Ferrari design engine with 520 horsepower, is a 2.9 liter twin turbocharged engine, and it's a V6 as well. So it's gonna have a lot of power, and the Quadrifoglio also has carbon fiber attachments to it. So it's even lighter than this car, and it really gives it an edge over many cars and gives a lot of cars a run for their money. So with that being said, let's see what the Mustang has to offer.
All right, this is what every Mustang guy likes to talk about, and that is their engine. The Mustang GT is a 5-liter engine, has dual intakes, which is new to the new generation. of 486 horses. A lot of torque that goes along with it. One of the things that we're thinking about doing is upgrading and putting a supercharger on it, which will upgrade it to a little bit over 800 horses. If that's something you think I should do, make sure to add some comments down below. But the Mustang GT is a little bit heavier than the Alfa Romeo. But it's made up with a lot of torque and a lot of brute force. So it'll be an interesting competition. Also to note, the Quattrofolio is an $80,000 to $90,000 car. This is at a base rate around $45,000.
Onto the side of the car, being that this is the Veloce pack, it features a few very unique characteristics. Number one is on the wheels. This car features run flat wheels, basically meaning that it's not going to go flat. It goes up to 50 miles of additional distance, so that way if you hit a nail or something, the tires aren't going to go flat. That's a feature for racing, along with its iconic rims, very unique to Alfa Romeo. These are the special rims that are available on the Veloce pack. As you can see, these beautiful circles give it a very unique and just different look compared to many other rims, and it looks way better than even a lot of luxury car rims. Now, onto the side, it has a very sleek, angular side, very aerodynamic, luxurious, sporty look, and obviously on any Alfa Romeo, you would notice the patch on the side. This model is the Veloce model, so it's written Veloce right here. In Italian, that means fast. If this was the Quattrofolio model, you would see the clover on the side as well. And there's also the Competencia model, which is between the Veloce and the Quattrofolio, which would say Competencia on the side of the car. Any models below that are not going to have anything written. So that's one way so you can know how to pick out the differences of the Alfa Romeo Giulia models. Onto that, let's look at the Mustang.
All right, welcome to the side of the Mustang GT 2024. You'll notice that this is the convertible trim. The iconic 5.0 symbol on the car. Just factory wheels on this will be one of the things that we do upgrade, so stay in tune with the channel. We have a lot of upgrades to talk about. As you follow back, you'll see the red metallic clear coat paint job. A little bit wider stance on the Mustang from the previous generation, but just very smooth, very streamlined side, and especially with the top down, has a really elegant look to it.
As you may have noticed, Alfa Romeo did a great job with the design on this car. Its aerodynamic, slick body continues all the way to the back of the car, and you can see the color package on this car is phenomenal. The black top with the beautiful custom paint job, Rosa Etna. It's a special Alfa Romeo red, a very iconic color to Alfa Romeo, named after Italy's iconic volcano, Mount Etna, found in Sicily. And it's a great, beautiful color. You can see the Q2 badge right here, signifying the performance pack, along with the word Giulia written right here to remind you that this is the Giulia pack, a very beautiful car, along with the Alfa Romeo emblem and the wide exhaust tips on each side, one on each side. And then you can also see on the back here, the fascia, where it just has that really slick race look that, you know, it's one of those looks that very unique to Alfa Romeo, and it's a great back-end design for this car.
All right, we're at the back of the Mustang GT. First thing I'd like to point out are the traditional tri-brake lights and turning signal sequencing. They sequence on and off. We have the quad tips on this car with active exhaust, GT badge, and on this Mustang we have the spoiler. Did not get a spoiler delete, and I'm thinking about changing this to a carbon fiber spoiler. If you think I should do that, add some comments below and let me know. All right, we're in the 2024 Mustang GT convertible. As you will notice right off the bat that the new Mustang has completely digital displays. Lots of controversy about the displays. I personally like it. It's not in your face and they're very, very easy to use. We have track apps. We've got different driving modes from normal driving mode all the way up to your track modes, which turn off track controls, and really a nice job they've done with this car to take out for racing or just a daily drive. You see that the new Mustang has done away with a lot of the toggles that it had. Everything is up into this digital displays. You can control virtually almost all the features here in the steering wheel. Have the flat bottom performance steering wheel, leather interior with air conditioning and heating. In the car, all electric seating. It is a 4-seater. The backs are tight. You can sit 4 people for short drives or kids for long drives. But it is a fun car to drive and to share with your friends. And it's now also a comfortable car to drive. And then obviously you'll see that this is the convertible pack, so it does have a little bit more head space than the coupe does. But overall, I think it's a significant upgrade to the previous Mustang generation, and it's just a pleasant car to drive.
As many people may already know, Italian cars have a tendency to keep things simple. So as you can see in this car, it has a very simple layout, but also very luxurious. It has a beautiful performance steering wheel with the straight edge on the bottom. It has power shifters as well. The steering wheel has all your controls to start the car, turn off the car, your cruise control, etc., etc., radio, make phone calls via voice command. Then there's the paddle shifters if you want to play with the car in the manual mode. There's obviously your gauges in front, speed, RPMs, and there's also even other features you can have up here as well. That brings us to the next part, which is the touchscreen in the middle. That's for your phone, your Bluetooth, maps, etc., etc. And then there's also the knob right here on the side that allows you to switch between performance mode. D and A is what it says. D for dynamic, obviously your sport mode, and for normal, your everyday driving, and A for ambient, in case you want to be more on the conservative side, save a little bit more gas, get a little bit better economy. That's what the ambient mode does. And with that being said, very simple interior, leather seats, the bucket seats, so that when you make turns, you can really feel yourself being held into the car on the seats, giving you that sport feel. With that being said, let's conclude on these cars. With that being said, you've seen a comparison on these two cars. The Alfa Romeo is a very beautiful car. Part of the reason I chose this car is because of its rich heritage and history, its beautiful look. As I had mentioned previously, you can just see its rich history just in the front of the car. Its slick look is very attractive and iconic. There's not very many cars like it on the road. It's a very fast car, enjoyable car to drive, and it's a beautiful Italian sports car.
As sexy and seductive as the Alfa Romeo is, I preferred the Ford Mustang. It's got that muscle power, that heritage, and just that sound that the car makes just kind of makes it enjoyable to drive as an everyday car. Both very beautiful cars. Let us know what you think. Put some comments down as to which cars you think you prefer, and if you would like us to take this out to the track and see how it does. What do you think, David?
That sounds like a great idea. Send this video to your friend. Let us know what they think, and if you want to see us race it. With that being said, if you're not subscribed already, I don't know what you're doing watching this video. Be sure and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on this video, and signing off, and until next time.